Welcome back to Pontypool Golf Club, Indoor Golf Academy. My name's Leon Warren, PGA Professional. And here today just to show you a great drill to really try and help you with your impact position in the golf swing. This will certainly help with your striking skills, ball flight and accuracy. Done a lot of lessons recently and I've come across quite a number of club golfers who suffer a lot with this impact position. Don't really know what it should feel like to be in the right position, and how you can end up getting in this correct position is through some good drills and exercises which I'd like to show you today. Now, when I'm giving lessons recently, I tend to find that a lot of club golfers have a poor downswing or start to a downswing, which results to a poor impact position. You tend to see golfers sometimes swinging over the top, early extension, maybe just using their hands a little bit early in their downswing. It's generally trying to maybe force the shot to happen and end up being in a really poor impact position. I see a lot of cases when you get to striking point where club golfers end up kind of glancing across the golf ball, end up getting maybe a little bit flippy with their wrists here, end up scooping the golf ball. So you tend to result in poor strikes, poor contacts, poor direction. So I've got a simple little device today that I've put together. I've put a hammer and attached it to a golf shaft, a piece of wood with a nail and a golf ball driven into it. This will really give us an indication of how it feels to kind of hammer a nail into a piece of wood as in a golf swing. So if you were hammering a nail into a wall, we really want to make sure that hammer is square onto the nail. We don't want to be sort of swinging in a direction that's going to glance that nail, otherwise the nail is going to go off direction or it'll bend. So this is a great little example to kind of help you initiate your downswing and get you into this perfect impact position. So what I'd like to try and do is just show you the feeling of that. So once I've made my backswing, my downswing wants to be in a position where I can start to drop the club slightly behind. You see my trail arm, my right arm slightly bent, slightly into my body. And I want to be in a position where I can hit this nail square on with the hammer into that piece of wood. So as you get to this impact position, you'll see my hip and my torso beginning to unwind, and then the hammer head meeting the nails square on. You'll see my shaft slightly pressed forward. I don't want to be sort of using my hands at this point to knock the hammer into the nail. Big chance of that going wrong, missing the nail, and certainly glancing things, not really getting a decent contact. Really want to get that hammer head square on, feeling as if I'm driving that nail down into that piece of wood each time. Repetitiveness is really important here, so you get that feeling of what that body feels like on that downswing. You can see my right arm slightly bent and into my chest. It's not flying out, not coming away from my body. If I do that, I'll miss it. I want to really drive that nail into that piece of wood. So a nice simple little drill and explanation there of how that should feel. If I put a golf club in my hand, the same kind of process now takes place. I really want to think of that as being the hammer head, and I'm squaring that nail straight into the piece of wood. If you haven't got anything like this, get an old cushion or a pillowcase, stuff it with a few old blankets or towels, and practice going into a cushion or a swing bag as I've got here, doing the same thing with a golf club. I don't want to be swinging with my hands down into this. I really want to use the feeling of getting my body in a position that takes that impact each time. Okay, if we're going to hit a golf ball on the practice area doing this, good way of doing this on the driving range or practice area is to come down and actually stop while you're hitting the golf ball. Quite a tricky little drill to do, but it'll help you initiate that feeling into hitting some golf shots. So just to give you a demonstration, I'm just going to play some short swings, trying to get that feeling of stopping at impact. Don't feel like you have to make a follow through here. So just going to come down, I'm going to stop at strike point. Really feel like I'm driving that nail into that piece of wood. And the things I get from this is nice connections. I can feel I'm compressing onto the ball, getting a good contact. There we go, I'm driving that nail into that piece of wood feeling. Stopping at impact, and that's really helping with my striking. Hope that tip helps. Nice little way of giving you a feeling of what it should be like. If you need any help with this, please come along for a golf lesson. Christmas is coming up. Maybe you might want to invest in a golf lesson or ask one of your loved ones for a gift voucher. Please do. We're here to help. But until next time, have a good Christmas and enjoy your golf. Thank you.